Jeremy, tell me a little bit about what you do here at the Ag Services Center. You've been here a long time. There's a lot going on. Explain to us what the mission is here.
Well, this is a one-stop shop for all the farmers to come for their technical assistance. We have many of the agricultural agencies located here. We've got the University of Maryland Extension here with the extension educators. We also have the Farm Service Agency, which is a federal agency for the commodity assistance that the farmers, and then of course the team of Ag Services, where we help farmers find access to markets. We administer our annual farm tour. We promote the farmers market. So it's a whole bunch of things that we do here to help the farm community.
There's been a huge increase in demand in CSAs here in Montgomery County. Talk a little bit about what a CSA is and how folks can get involved.
The Agricultural Reserve has been in place for 34 years, and more and more people want to know where their food is coming from and developing relationships with farmers. The farmer will have it's like a subscription where a customer will pay at the beginning of the season somewhere between maybe $300 or $400, and they'll fill out an application that says, here's what I'd like to have in my basket on a weekly basis. And that reduces some of their challenges in coming to a farmer's market and worrying about whether or not they're going to be selling all the products before they leave that day. So the CSA really helps to minimize some of that uncertainty.
Is this a trend that we see continuing, do you think, that people this will continue to grow, or is this just a fad?
No, I do think that when you go into the grocery stores and you go through the produce department, they say locally grown. But then when you really read some of the labels, you'll find that some of the products are from Chile or Mexico or China. Obviously, that's not local. That makes people think twice about where they're going to buy their food. And if you have an opportunity to purchase the food from the person that's growing it, I think that that's a trend that is definitely growing. Is it a fad? I don't think so.
Years ago, people would say, you know, the future of farming wasn't looking good. What do we say today? Economically,
there are huge opportunities in farming. We have to have food. Everybody's got to eat. Many of the families have been in business for hundreds of years in some cases. And farmers are very specialized. They really are. I mean, we have like Wade Butler from Butler's Orchard. He produces some of the largest amount of strawberries in the county. And then we have Robert and Linda Lewis of Lewis's Orchard, one of the largest sweet corn producers. Randy Stabler from Pleasant Valley Farm. He just started this year with a on-site farm market, and he's really growing a lot of corn.
What have you had to do differently to help support the farmer here?
Well, we have a number of programs to help our traditional producers. We have a deer donation program because we have some of the highest populations of deer in the state of Maryland. So one deer can eat up to 2,000 pounds of grain a year. So if you multiply that times 16,000 deer, which is how many deer we've been able to harvest through the program in 10 years, the amount of bushels there is just phenomenal, and that represents the crop loss to the traditional grain commodity farmer. So that's an example there. One of the challenges with the direct marketing folks that are wanting to grow table food crops is access to land. Land is so expensive here in the county. Trying to lease land sometimes, you need to have a special relationship between the farmer and the landlord. If you're going to be growing table food crops, you really need to know that you're going to have the property not only this year, but the next few years because of the capital investment that you're going to be making. So what we've done is we have a new farmer program, basically an online dating service where we put the interested farmer in contact with the landlord. And the landlord has already agreed to a minimum of 5 years lease, preferably longer than that. So it's really been a good program to help folks that want to farm, connect them with the property owner that wants them to be there. We also have what's called an equipment share program. So this way the equipment can be shared between the farmers, and so it minimizes their costs of either having to buy the equipment or lease the equipment. So we plan to have the farmer pay a very nominal fee.
So do you get the feeling that you get the support from the local government, the county council, the county executive to continue to maintain this ag reserve and support farming here in the county?
Yes, there is no doubt in my mind. The County Executive Ike Leggett and the County Council.
Where we have an opportunity to encourage and support people that are looking to farm, that's what's going to ensure the success of our agricultural reserve.
They really are committed to the Ag Reserve and to identify resources for ag services and the agencies that are here to help the farm community. So we have a lot to be proud of, and I really feel that we wouldn't be where we are now if it wasn't for the leaders that help us.